This video is intended for audiences who are 13 and over. If you are not 13 and over, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Alright, Tariq, so I had a lot of opening zingers, opening bits to lead off this episode, right?
That's
right.
impressive.
So right, now because a lot of crazy stuff happened this episode.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna fucking lie.
I mean, this
right? That any of them that could be. But here's my biggest takeaway from this episode. Did you know Happy Party had a backdoor this entire time?
That was the funniest. Okay, here's the thing, right? Because we know that this is the Helen Keller. What is it called? Jesus Christ. Helen Keller,
Museum or whatever.
Apart. I'm just gonna look up.
No, I'm not talking about names like suicide explosion. I'm not talking about the weird evil Gochizo twins, evil twin from the mirror universe.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about the Helen Keller and how the fact there's a fucking backdoor this time.
Yeah.
This entire time.
And so, this thing is like a kaleidoscope of colors and shit. I'm not, and like a bunch of the building where they have Happy Pare looks like a fucking actually functional as a housing unit, residential unit, McDonald's play place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised that there's a back door. I'm just surprised that they didn't pop out of a trap door that opened up either in the floor or in the ceiling. That's the thing. It's there's so much fucking wacky shit going on. I thought that we would just have
I thought it was just gonna be a mysterious those classic anime bit where you take your eyes off someone and then they disappear
or they
where'd they go?
Pull out a Scooby Doo we pulled a book on the library and we disappeared.
Yeah. Now I really want them to actually explain it within the show, but no. For some reason, they actually decide to explain where Masaru and Sachika, how they managed to escape Lakia.
Yep.
It's they went through the back door.
Oh shit! If only I'd known about that back door.
It just occurred to me, how long has this back door? I wonder if we were actually able to go back past episodes, right? And look, if that back door is actually there, right? Because every time this thing is framed, we only frame it seeing the weird front door that everyone enters. The one that Hawks is hey, what's up? I have the keys to this place. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see how many times we can see this back door in the background of other
maybe it's
past
always
episodes.
been there.
Right, I feel like this is something that they just built as part of the extension of the set, right? To exist. This was oh man, I was yeah, I guess it makes sense. In a building like this, I would prefer if there were multiple exit and entrance in case of a fire, right? Really glad that whoever designed the
that's the
Helen
only way that this shit is even remotely OSHA compliant, where they just do this shit and it's oh no, you can't just do that.
Boy, man, look, you can have as many colors as you want, but for every color you put, you need 2 doors for every color, okay?
Right.
That's the rule we're gonna go with. Alright, Tariq, it is Kamen Rider Gavv, episode 47, Happy Dystopia. Alright, the plan to assassinate the president did not work.
Yeah.
Let's just regroup and hope that the president and hope that he does not retaliate in response, right? Hope he's just cool with it.
Yeah, make sure that you next time, don't miss, as, famously, what's his name? Kyle, hold on, Tenacious D, yeah, famously as Kyle Gass, learned that he was not allowed to say, because Jack Black will disown him for the purpose of the Minecraft movie, when you say, next time don't miss, during a show.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, look, the plan did not work out. Everyone was Sachika, I don't think Sachika is even aware that Shoma attempted to assassinate Boka.
It's weird.
Did you have fun in the Granny world?
It's weird
right?
This far into the show to see what Sachika does and doesn't know, because I guess...
Right, I don't think she... is she aware of President Boka? She knows who Longo is,
I mean,
right?
she's somewhat aware of of Boca to some extent, but the fact that she wasn't aware of like of Honto's stuff is like, oh, we really did not give you like a full breakdown of like where everybody stands and like what's going on.
I'm so very. This is we are like 40, and we're still explaining stuff, you know, to the cast, and cast were still finding out about stuff. You know, like I'm not talking about like new mysteries. This is like stuff that probably should have been discussed about since the beginning. You know, as soon as these secrets were out. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Once we established who was a Kamen Rider and who wasn't, it feels like that.
Yeah, but you know, hey, look, but look. But look, Honto's like, hey, look, you cannot trust Nervo. He's a dirty granule. He's gonna lie and trick you, all right?
Just like
so
the ones that killed my mom. Anyway, oh shit, oh, you don't know about my dead mom? Shit, oh, that's like an episode, 3 thing? Episode 2?
Yeah, you wonder what? Yeah, that was the second time me and Shoma had a breakup, you know?
Yeah.
That was the second time we had a fight that weekend a few months ago. Oh. Once again, I think it's just funny how Saki is still trying to get caught up to the plot of to find out what the status quo of the show is, right?
Yeah.
She's like, oh man, I'm missing out on a lot of stuff. It turns out, but yeah, I like how at least I have the decent care. Like, all right, so our plan to assassinate Boca failed. But I hope Nirvana has a back door, you know, that he can escape from.
Oh man, sure,
house.
Damn! I can't believe he went out of his way. Sure would be bad if he got, I don't know, punished for his betrayal.
Right, but don't worry. Look, is this all part of Nirvana's? But look, Boca ended up getting the. Look, he got Nerva again. It's like, oh, don't worry. Look, you're still good to me.
Listen, you can keep working for me. Like, hey, you've still got use, okay? I'm gonna milk you for all that you're good for, all right? Mm-hmm. You're gonna finish this project that we started. You, Jesse.
That little brain of yours is still useful, you know, right?
Is President Boca Walter White to Niel being Jesse?
So, boy, is this the analogy we want to end on with this show?
Will we wind up with President Boca splayed out after a Gatling gun fire from a truck or from a trunk, fighting a bunch of neo-Nazis in a meth lab? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Boy, man, look, remember, there is the Vulcan Gochizo, you know,
and this is
right?
And this is a thinly veiled parable for drug addiction.
Mm-hmm. But don't worry, everyone's plans next day is out. All right, let's go back to the door and try it again. I don't know why show us.
Yeah, what if the door works still? Oh no, of course it's not gonna. They close the doors off. What?
Yeah, but don't worry, look, Shoma cares a lot about Neil at this point. He's like, oh man, look, I gotta go save him, you know, right? Look, he did so much for me.
For the first time ever in our lives, he actually tried to get something worked out that we could get that maybe it would benefit both of us instead of just himself.
Look, he was the first real sibling I ever had, you know, ignoring the fact that my other sibling all tried to kill me, or told me to go kill myself, or the fact that I did kill my other siblings, you know, right? He was the first one that showed me any kindness, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't worry, look, Niev is put to work. Look, you gotta make more artificial Gochizos, you know, gotta make, you know, right? Look, at this, look, Honto is still stuck with his fucking fake ass, dispensable Gochizo.
I will say, these Gochizo are very interesting because I realized that even with the Bitter Gavv, these are the first Gochizo that we've had that their, I guess, writing is in... I mean, even with Niel's stuff, you think that, the way that they were labeled would have been in Granute language. But no, actually, the pudding and jelly and, Bitter Gavv stuff has all been in English for no real discernible reason.
Look, he gotta keep it in theme, you know, right?
I guess.
Look, because he was giving it to Sugar, right?
Yeah.
Sugar's like, I can't read this. What the fuck does this say? Yeah, you know, I'm not trying to be racist, but this looks like actual gibberish, you know? Your language looks like actual fucking gibberish,
all these
you know,
swears
right?
don't make any sense to me.
there's too many lines. Can you put this in English? Should it be in Japanese because I'm speaking Japanese? No, let's just put it in English instead. Right? We can both. Let's just put it in third neutral.
Better marketability if we put it in English.
Yeah, let's put it in third neutral language. Right? Right, and it just meant, hey look, don't worry, look, more Gochizo. Look, you thought that the show was gonna run out of Gochizo.
After the melon jelly whatever pudding Gochizo that Shoma popped out, we're done with the variety of Gochizo. Guess what? Now there's Grand Ute Gochizo. Joke's on you.
Oh my god, it occurred to me, why did I we have not actually brought that up. I was like, wait, this is actually just a genius thing. Just to create Grand Ute Gochizo.
Then you could just make it all the other Gochizo, but with Grand Ute text instead of English text.
Right, this is like the ultimate double dip you can do with a toy, right?
No,
right, because they're already releasing the Gochizo with
the ultimate double dip was Gotchard, and them having the Daybreak versions, the Rainbow versions, the fucking just all the different versions, rarity versions of regular ass.
Alright, but we gave that a pass because that was just TCG bullshit, right?
That's true.
But this is amazing. This is just releasing all the pre-existing Gochus, but just put them in a black case. I was like, oh wait, man, that's actually a pretty. I didn't know. Why didn't we think of this way earlier? But yeah.
Yeah.
And Niev is in Mio. Look, he's building something,
Yeah.
Building something to TikTok.
He's doing as was asked of him by his president. Meanwhile, the company vice president is realizing how much of a schmuck he's been. Hey, Jeep, you're always playing fourth fiddle in this family, and you're just always gonna be that. That's who you are.
Look, I like how Jeep is. I like how we're still at the right, and the Jeep is still realizing, boy, man, my character is actually going nowhere.
Yeah, and it probably won't ever go anywhere.
Look, there is 3 episodes left. A lot can happen in these 3 episodes, right? Who knows?
Not enough to fix Jeep
anything.
As a character.
Look, who knows what could form from these final episodes? All right.
Yeah. We don't know what forms we'll be in by the end of this
I bet something amazing will happen. Yeah,
right? It'll probably be pretty gooey and gummy when it happens.
Yeah. I like how they Jeep is now finally like, oh boy, man, I'm an idiot now. It turns out.
Yeah, I can't believe
Look, and now the worst part is, now that this illegal surgery has been done on me, I cannot get rid of it.
Yeah,
I'm stuck with this fucking.
And honestly, I should have done better, but I guess I didn't.
Yeah. But yeah, next day, everyone goes have their own little. They have to go have to own their own little field trip day, right? Shoma and Sachika go visit Masaru and everything.
Yeah, still not gonna. Even though Shoma now knows that he is his uncle, still not gonna mention jack shit about that. Don't really feel like that's necessary. Don't know if we're gonna get to some kind of resolution with that by the end of this, but
yeah.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Hey, look, Sachika was like, hey, yeah. By the way, hey, look, our question has been answered. Shoma has in fact been living in the Helen Keller museum
he lives in the
house.
Helen Keller apartment. I mean, I wasn't really that that's exactly what I thought. He's the guard dog of Happy Pare, where he lives at the house, and then Sachika comes and checks on him in the morning and goes, "Here's your kibble.
Here's some gummy candy, right?
Yeah.
Here's your day pay. Probably 500 yens of sweets, right? That's all I'm feeding you, Yeah.
But hey, it's as I've continued to say, I'm so glad that we're getting even a segment of a reminder that Hanto's mentor died. Again, still can't tell.
Also, is this weird, right, for him to be killing this press of his mentor?
I mean, again, the question is whether or not. I mean, now that Nielv is theoretically, we'll see in next week's opening sequence. theoretically, Nielv is gone now. Is there gonna be any payoff? Are we gonna just, like... Are we gonna do a thing where, like, Honto glues, like, the two finds the other half, glues it together, they release...
I mean, don't you think that's just fucking where he's just holding, like, the dead body
I mean,
of, like,
he's
this man, like, a half...
torso. I'm just saying, he's in, like, a Schrodinger's cat situation, so long as he's not broken free, he's still alive, right?
Right, like, oh, man, is this Dr. Stone logic right now?
Yeah.
As long as there is...
So it's like, so if we just glue him back together and we release him, is he gonna be, like, healed, or is he gonna be, like, in a wheelchair, or is he just gonna come together?
But do we have to glue both ends together first, right?
Right, exactly.
Before we like how does this how does this actually work? You know, right? What's going on here? But yeah, look, hey, look. Shoma's Hanto's a little pissy about how Shoma left. Locke is like, hey, hold on. Yeah, man, you're not the from Shoma. Look, not everything's about you, all right?
Hey,
right?
Hasn't Shoma constantly shown that he's, despite being the least, somehow, between all three of them, and Hanto being an actual human from Earth, he is both the least acclimated and better acclimated than the two of us at, like, doing situational awareness. So I guess we should just actually, like, maybe we should just talk to him, trust that he, like, maybe had a plan, and, like, not be pissy pieces of shit.
Right, and that he didn't betray us through the go to the granite world, you know? Right? Right, like he actually had a plan or whatever?
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah. Look, Locke is here to tell once again, you are wrong, alright? You're right, you and your weird perceived notion of granutes and everything. You know. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't worry, Nervo, and then meanwhile, speaking of Nervo, he finished it. Look, he makes the little evil Gochizos, you know, coming soon on P Bandai. Also, I don't think these guys have actually been announced as actual toys yet, as far as I'm,
like some P Bandai shit.
Oh boy, look, there's still time, you know. Who knows? You can announce. Look, who knows how many Gochizos you can, you can make before the shows. That's all right. These guys are. Look, Bandai's discovered the secret. These Gochizos are infinite money printers. You know, you can keep printing all the dumb. Oh boy,
look,
boy, I don't know if
Transformers is any indication. Motherfuckers love mini-cons, okay? They just love little guys.
Oh my god, man.
Just like flicking things.
I mean, I don't know if you have heard, but they are releasing all 13 Ryuki riders as Gochizos, right?
Jesus Christ.
Right, and this doesn't even tie in to the actual
it's
show,
different
right?
Than Geats, where it's like, okay, Ryuki and Geats, I get it. There's like a kind of an overlay, like Venn diagram there and plot. Insane.
Right, like was it what is it fucking Ryuki isn't gonna show up in like the final episode to tell them like, hey, you wanna join the mirror dimension world, whatever the fuck we call this thing, you know, right?
One of the door spaces leads to Ryuki's world.
Oh, well, so yeah, but no, this is like some weird like off promotional Ryuki event. Like they're celebrating Ryuki, right? And they're just like, let's just throw right. Due to the fact that since Ryuki is an early to pre phase 2 season, right? They don't have right. They don't have stupid collectible trinkets to offer for the show. So like, oh wait, fuck, what do we do? Oh fuck, and get those Gochizos. Just start slapping all 13 riders on the face of those guys, you know, so we can promote this stupid Ryuki event, you know. But yeah, that's like some random thing that's happening right now with these Gochizo, and I don't know if you've also heard, but there is a voting going on right now for the Gochizo. For
what?
Let's see.
What flavor?
No, for what rider you want to get to, like what your legend Gochizo rider is, right?
I mean, they're just gonna do every. What's the point of voting? They're gonna, unless there's like riders that don't get are explicitly kicked off the roster, Like, they're just gonna do Legend Rider, because they do it every season. They're gonna do a Legend Rider in the Trinket.
Yeah, these are the one that don't have official go. I'm just gonna find the post. Let me see if I can find
While
that.
that happens, while you pull that up, look, hey, everybody's getting fucking hypnotized by the Gochizo, by the Granute Gochizo, and except for Granutes, all the humans are, and while Lakia and Shoma are like, okay, that's crazy. We gotta take Sachika and Masaru back and figure it out. Then they slowly realize,
Here, I found.
Oh shit, Honto. And I can't tell if the implication is supposed to be that just getting a phone call is enough to wake Honto, or if the idea is that Honto is slightly more resistant because he's been brainwashed so much. Or it's because
you know what they say, if you keep inserting yourself with poison, you'll eventually develop an immunity to it.
Well, the other thing is, like, technically he does have a granute organ, so he should be resistant, but we've also watched him get fucking hypnotized, like, 4 times.
Yeah, okay, but those were... He got hypnotized by sugar, alright? He got hypnotized by a human, okay? Right? But this is pure granute hypnotizing this point, you know, so it's different, right?
Yeah.
Is that how? Oh yeah. So that's the poll. By the way, 6 out of 10 of these. So they did this exact same thing last year with Godchar, where you can vote for a writer to get like a Chemi card, right?
Yeah.
I'll let you know that 6 out of 10 of these were also last year from the last year poll as well. That got chosen to be it. They got a Chemi card. By the way,
the current rankings.
Yeah, in terms of like the voting for like who's gonna get a Gochizo.
As of what time?
For what?
Well, okay, hold on. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, cool. We're calling him Zane, not Zane.
I'm pretty sure just like Google. The funniest part is right.
This is clearly Google Auto Translate. I just love how bad.
The funniest thing is right. For Geese Blizzard, this is the second time because he got a Chemi card last year from the voting system, but people voted Geese Blizzard.
Yeah.
Right, but they did not vote for his base form.
Yeah.
So it would be funny if they do it. People just like the Blizzard form. Hey, look, the Blizzard form does look fucking sick. I'll give them that. All right, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway, fucking Shoma goes out to go meet up with Honto. Meanwhile, Lakia discovers that in the human world, the back door is an option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is real funny. I fucking lost it when I fucking saw this. Well, when I fucking saw how they escaped, right? Once again, I'm not sure like how much of they pre-programmed right now from the hypnosis to get there. Right? I thought they should have just stormed. Right? They should have just walked past them and exit, but I guess their hypnosis enough to the point where they still have critical thinking, right? Like, ooh,
I mean, I assume that it's like, flowing water where it takes the path of least resistance, where they probably just like bumped around and they just went, oh, let's go out this door.
Yeah, I'm amazed that they are just jumping themselves jumping out the buildings, right, to get to the ground.
Yeah, then that would be funny if there were just like people with broken legs like crawling across the ground trying to get to be like pressed.
Right, to try to get to this place. I was like, I'm amazed that even though they're hypnotized, they still have critical thinking.
I mean,
to a point where you're like,
the fact that also that the for this being like the grand like the stomach families, or at least the Jelnek families, final solution for getting presses is still requires people to walk up in person and then have 2 part-timers turn, like, 2 at a time, people into presses, and then 2 other part-timers on the ground to pick them up afterwards. It's like, surely we must be able to, like, have a more efficient system than this.
I mean, it is efficient, right? Because they're coming to them this time instead of them going to the
but
people,
imagine
right?
doing that. I mean, dozens.
Right, because they are concentrating.
Dozens, if not hundreds, of times a day. Like,
I mean, but is it? I mean,
for,
is it more easy than just picking people off the street, or like having people like going to like
the system that is the least problematic for them on a production procurement side. But I'm just saying that for the staff that has to work actually shoving off turning people into presses, they just have to stand there and kind of this is some real retail shit where it's thank you, come again, thank you, come again, thank you.
And look. They're still discovering humans. All right, look. Even though ignoring the fact that in the grading society there is somehow advanced production machinery, right? They have not figured out that they haven't gotten this far yet with their production.
Yeah, they just.
Right,
I'm just saying, Yale didn't create a Dr. Seuss device that would pick I feel like the part where the part-timers pick up the presses at the end is maybe the least necessary for a human factor. Okay, the Granutes turning them the modified Granute part-timers turning them into presses. Okay, that I see.
But also, it's only 2 of them, right? You think it'll just make a whole right? You could have divided this into groups.
But you
know,
just,
that's one thing about your.
We've had technology for collecting things that fall to the ground from as early as baskets. Okay, just put a basket under them.
Look. Do basket exist in Granite society? That's the thing, you know. Right? Have we seen a basket? Right? You gotta think about it like that. Also, I like how Shoma has produced so much gochi. I like how Shoma has produced so much gochizo by this point that everyone has to double take when they see these evil going are these Shoma?
Yeah. Oh shit. I don't know what that one is.
Has he eaten licorice or something recently? What is this? I've never seen this I've never seen this one before. Let me just take them back to Shoma and have him double check with me. I was like, hey Shoma, any black cherry products recently? You know, any black cherry pies or whatever?
Yeah.
Or anything like that? Hey, you see? It's like, nope, these are definitely not mine. No, thank you, Shoma. Thank you for confirming that. I was like, yeah. It's like, I like how we have to double check with Shoma now every single time we find a Gochizo because Shoma has produced so much different fucking variety of Gochizo to the point that no one can actually keep track anymore, or at least anyone that isn't Shoma.
And they also come out in such a varying number that he has absolutely no check on quality control to say okay, your number's 75. At this point, it's just, hey, look, some of you are gonna die. I'm not gonna take time to get attached to you and number you as Zaku Chips number 75.
Right, a majority of you, as soon as you are being born, you're immediately going to this pod.
Yeah,
okay,
some of you
you're
are
not going to
experience straight to the Gochi pod.
Right? I don't know how many of you even understand the concept of sunlight, by the way. You know?
Yeah.
As soon as you're born, get in this stupid pod.
Sunlight, let alone mortality.
Mm-hmm. Right? Also, hey, look, the Baked Magnum still exists. Oh, they fixed it. Man, Lizelle, by the way, Lizelle has the Baked Magnum.
Now the Baked Magnum is gonna pop off. Just you wait, okay? It's all perfect in
Look, for some reason, people are still complaining. There's still time, alright? There's still time, you know. There's still time for Gavv to be DEI, you know. We still got a chance for the female Kamen Rider of the season, okay? It's not too late, you know. Look, that bubble. Look, why would they put that bubble in the opening sequence if nothing's gonna happen to it, you know?
Tsukiyomi, look, hey, if Tsukiyomi's any evidence, you can always have a female Kamen Rider.
Oh my god. Look. Jeep doesn't need the Magnum to transform into a bitter Gavv anymore, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, look, now we can have 2. Look, I'm just saying, we can have Shoma fight Boka. I don't know. We can have,
No, everybody
Kanto.
fights Boka, and then somehow we wind up with a Sachiko versus Lizelle for no goddamn reason. I would hate that, but that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of fights, though, hey, Nielv is back, and he's ready to show his allegiance. I promise It was just a prank, bro. I'm here to fight. Niel versus Hanto and Shoma. Fuck going full Overmaster. It's all about Cake King, which once again, Cake King still a fucking perfect ass looking form. But Cake King and
it's real funny how they keep going back to Cake King.
Well,
right,
yeah, because,
for some reason, like, damn, though.
I mean, K-King is his only super form that doesn't have, like, a time limit.
You're right. Yes, even ignoring the lore within the universe, I feel like he should just be going to Master over at this point, but I don't know why they keep guys decide to go, right? Because it's getting established at this point that, like, off episode, right? Off screen, he makes 200 Gochizos, you know, right?
Yeah.
Off screen, Shoma's stomach is fucking killing him.
Yeah, he is working his way to type 2 diabetes.
Mm-hmm. But don't worry, hello, Cake-King's back, it's fine. Alright. Jeep Goats fights Lakia. You know, Lakia's like, hey, gotta stop you. Gotta stop you guys from being presses, you know.
Hey, the only way to stop you from turning into presses is to turn you into presses myself.
Mm-hmm. Look, it's the only way, you know. Look, I'm doing for the good of society, you know.
If I tranquilize you, it's better than if the government tranquilizes you.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Niel's got a bomb. He said, haha, I got you. I'm gonna pull this trigger. Oh, you thought you could get me, haha, but turns out I got you.
This is all part of my master. This is all part of my master plan. This has been what I've been working up towards.
You're gonna get me, but I got you, and then anyway, he pops like a fucking balloon.
Man, it is. I couldn't believe how quick that thing.
Yeah,
what was it quick?
I mean, it wasn't. It was the way in which they shot it. I will say is similar to in high school when in social studies my teacher was like, I mean, this is like 9th or 10th grade. My teacher was like going over the JFK like assassination. He went, alright, so I'm gonna play the video. Anyway, if you look closely, you may be able to see some brain pop out. And I went, what did you say? And then he hit play, and then I turned around, and then I watched JFK get shot, and I lost my shit in class, and people thought I was weird, but that's not my fault. You put out that shit to me. That's a fucking insane thing to just, like, present that as.
Yo, I just think it's funny how they say the off the hill, right? Like he has been like throughout the show, we have seen him to be like this cunning, right, strategic guy who's like, oh boy, hey, look, if everything fails,
check that trigger, man.
Right, his character just been like, boy, look, if Plan B fail, I have Plan C, all right?
Yeah, Plan C,
right?
Yeah, but what about Plan G? Because this is definitely Plan G that he got hit with.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I just think it's cool how this they off him off in the show. It's not right. It's not cinematic in any aspect.
Yeah, it's not.
You know,
it's
there's
also
like no
not
emotion.
Shoma killing him. Like Niel so far has been the only stomach sibling that hasn't. I mean, with the exception of like just now, like just recently, he has not directly fought Shoma. Like, and he's the only one that has presumably fully died, not by Shoma's hands, but by other shit.
Yeah. I don't think it's just really it's for him to die like that, like he got like her own little bit, you know, right, with Jeep dying in his art, right?
Yeah.
Glada was able to see Longo one last time before dying. You know, like he just died. He's like, yeah, it's over. We're like, oh,
yeah,
well, okay,
that's
look, there's 3 episodes left.
I guess we're gonna have to figure this out.
Look, there's 3. They don't have time. They don't have time to focus on these high-driven character moments. All right, we gotta speed up the show. All right. We might have spent too long on the bitter Gavv arc, okay? And now we gotta make up for last
It
time.
might have taken a while to just, like, work that shit out. Honto didn't make it easy for anybody because of his fucking bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, but yeah, I just think it's just real funny how they often would end the show.
Yeah.
How fucking
Sucks to
yeah,
suck.
but yeah.
Anyway, bye.
Yeah, and that's it for this week's episode.
Yep,
Next week, you know.
Here's the meme.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. That's it for this week's episode. Boy, look, there are 3 episodes left, right? Like I said, anything can happen now within these last 3 episodes. Okay, you know, as the preview has indicated, who knows? What can happen?
Yeah.
Right. Or what can form from this ending, from the last 3 episodes? You know, look, we can keep milking these Gochizos for as long as we live. Okay.
Yeah, look, hey, what if we milk Gochizo? Milk chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have white chocolate and dark chocolate, so I guess that's the thing. Milk candy? I don't know, man. Hey, look, we'll get a milk Gochizo one way or the other. Maybe it'll be a pudding cup Gochizo.
I think there is. Isn't there a milk Gochizo? I'm pretty sure there's like a milk can. I mean, it's not like actual milk, but I'm pretty sure there's like a milk candy Gochizo or whatever,
that's what I'm
right?
saying. I'm pretty sure it's the milk chocolate one.
No, but I think there's like an actual milk candy, like those stupid little like hard candy with like this milk flavor or whatever. I'm pretty sure that there actually is one of them. But the problem is, right? Like I said, there's too much fucking Gochizos now to the point where it is impossible to keep track of. Is this it? I mean, there's a white chocolate Gochizo I'm looking up. I found the special white chocolate Gochizo. I don't think that one counts, but yeah.
Yeah.
I guess there isn't a milk candy Gochizo, but there is milk candy. So, is this it? What the fuck? What Gochizo is this? Boy, I can't even tell what fucking Gochizo. I hate it. I hate how many goddamn man. Wait, is this? What is this? Nope, that's just another. Okay. You know what, that's it. I'm not gonna spend any more time on this.
We're gonna have to leave those alone.
Okay, hold on. Here is a guy who shout out to this guy who has documented. Who I assume this is completely up to date with every single Gochizo in existence. So this guy has somehow managed to archive or have kept an update of every single Gochizo within the show that exists so far. Last edited August 10th. So yeah, this is I assume this is updated to with every Gochizo so far.
Sure.
All right. That's it for this week's episode. Kate, thanks. Bye. All right, Tariq. So I'm about to go through like a multi-layer story just to get to the main point. Okay,
yeah, we love
this is a
those.
bunch of multi-layer background exposition for the audience. You know, right? So they can understand how this is leading up to what happened to me last week. Okay.
Yeah.
So hey, Tariq, you and me, we know each other for a long time, for a good 10 years, over 10 years.
We are honestly weirdly past the decade mark. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, right? And look, we went during college, you know, right? Hey, look, there's a lot of good story from college, but you know, there's a story that if you were to single out, you know, involving me during the college year, there's a really particular story, you know, right? That you can
story or my own personal thing that I somehow made into a catchphrase and a nickname that irreparably changed how people look at you.
One or both of that, you know, but there's like a moment, you know, like a really like a you know like a it's what a Spider-Man 2099 call a canon event, you know, right? There was like an event, right? That happened with you, me, and a couple of our other friends, you know, right? Right, so that event, right? So for the audience, right? Here's some behind the scenes magic, right? Here's how it goes down behind the scenes. Hey, we do not record these and upload these the same day, all right? We don't have fucking time for that. We're fucking adults, all right? Right? We have to record this shit early in the week, and then I have to go through and edit it, you know, right before I upload it, right? Because I have to put on the images, have to make the thumbnail, I have to do some, you know,
we have real
like,
people lives with real family lives and shit. Like, we can't just
right? Yeah, I do that, right? Yeah, I can't be we can't be recording and uploading this within the same day. All right, so last week as I was exporting this episode, right, so after I edit the video and I export the video to like the raw to the actual video file to upload to YouTube, right? It takes like an hour, you know, right?
Yeah.
It takes like an hour or so for me to export because I have to make sure that the quality and the sound is all good and all that. Lucasfilm technology, right? George Lucas, you know, James Cameron. After James Cameron did the entire project, right? So, so I'm just sitting there, you know, right, watching like the countdown going on, like beep beep boop bop, right, counting down. And I was like, huh, it's taking a bit, you know, right? So I just sat there and was just looking. Then I realized, man, you know, I haven't had a milkshake in a while.
Okay.
Right.
This has taken a twist. All right.
Right. So I was like, man, I could really go for a milkshake right now, but then I remembered that I am an Asian person, and you know, Asian people don't really have the ingredients to make milkshake in their house. That's primarily more like a suburban white, upper middle class white family activity, you know, right? Right. So I was just like sitting, I was like, oh man, I don't have the ingredients to make a milkshake, and I can really go for. Then I just remember that I'm an adult, right, and that I own a car, right, that I fill up with gas, that is with my money, you know, right. So this is not like I can only drive these cars on specific days, right? Since the gas is 100% mine in the car, right? I can do wherever I want with the gas and drive with the car. So it just occurred to me, wait, I can just go in my car and drive to a Cold Stone, Dunkin' Donuts, whatever, and order a milkshake from there. Right, so that's what I did. I was like, so as the video was, I could have just been watching like a YouTube video in the background as it like I normally do, but for some reason last Thursday I was like, I could really go for a milkshake. So I just did that. I went in my car. I drove like 10 minutes to like the nearest Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, and I ordered a milkshake.
Yeah, go and get that shit.
Yeah, right. You know what I did? I was just like, I did it quickly. Like, boy, man, is this what a existential crisis?
Yeah,
right. That people keep talking.
It's the thing that I think that I realized when Molly and I got our cat, where I was like, oh, I'm having full anxiety because I can't believe that we're adding this, and then realizing shortly afterwards, oh wait, I can actually afford this. I actually wait, no, hold on. No, I can. Oh yeah, I
Maybe?
guess I am I am supposed to be
if I
a
move
fully
some
functional adult right now, and I do technically have the resources to handle this.
Right? If I move some digits around, you know, if I crunch the numbers, you know, this cat can live, you know, under my care.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what I did last Wednesday, and I just got in my car and I drove to get a milkshake. I got a peanut butter crunch milkshake. I didn't know what the fuck that was. It was their special, I guess it was their seasonal item. And you know me, I love seasonal items, you know. Whenever I go to a place, I say, hey man, what's their seasonal drink or whatever the fuck.
That's what I definitely know you to be a part of, yeah.
Yeah, I love the seasonal gimmick, you know. So I guess this Dunkin' Donut, Cold Stone, or Starbucks, like seasonal item was like a peanut butter crunch. I'm like, sure, I'll have a peanut butter crunch milkshake. And so I drove. Yeah, then I got my milkshake. Then I just drove home with my milkshake. I was like, I spent like 25 minutes doing that, you know. Right when I could have probably just spent that time watching like an entire episode or something. But then it occurred to me that I could have been watching that episode, but then I would not have a milkshake, you know.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I guess like this is a win of a situation for me right now. I have a milkshake, right?
Yeah.
Right. And on any other given days, I would not have a milkshake. But there you go. See, the worst part is that was not the first time that has happened to me. By the way,
did you realize that you have the power, like He-Man, to just go and do whatever the fuck you wanted?
Oh yeah, that's a few months ago. I really wanted a donut, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think right. So I was like, well, what's it? Referring back to that I am Asian, right? That's not a thing that Asian people eat, you know.
Yeah.
I
get it. It's all about the banh mi. Yeah,
right. So my family does not have donuts in the house. So I was like, oh, Man, I really wanted. So I did that as well. I went in my car a few months ago. I drove down to the local bakery. I was like, one donut, please.
Yeah, and they were okay, sure, that's a normal thing. And then you were like, holy shit, I can't believe I've unlocked this with power.
Right. The problem is, right after I ate that donut too, I realized, you know, this is a very good donut, but it's also very sweet. I should probably have something to get the taste, you know, to down the sweetness taste, you know, something, right, some liquid too. So I was like, so at the exact same bakery, I was like, oh, do you guys have like any coffee drinks? All right, so like milk or whatever, right? Not a milkshake, all right, at this point, just like some milk, you know, like, right, something to pair down with the donut, you know, right, to get all that, right, to get all that sugar in my mouth, and they do, all right. And I was like, all right, cool, let me get one of those, and let me get another donut again, you know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
go for it.
So I got that. I got the milk drink, and I just went in my car and I just sat in my car and ate that donut and drank some milk to get to down out the sugar.
Yeah, man. It turns out that we're kind of at the point where we're just we've reached the promised land somewhat. So we're kind of maybe.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just a hit. Maybe it's just a real realization of life is happening around me. There's a big spiral going on, you know, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of terror action happening, you know, right? Look,
Yeah.
hey, look. And don't be in DC after 9 p.m. Anytime soon, you know.
The government says stay away.
All right, don't visit DC in general soon, you know, right? It's really ugly there, apparently.
So they say, yeah.